Now, if you had trouble beating the market in 2009, you may finally have something in common with Warren Buffett. His Berkshire Hathaway had its worst performance against the S&P 500 in a decade. Sheila Dharmarajan explains why Buffett did not have a very good 2009.
Right. Well, the bottom line is that the Oracle of Omaha is finding it much tougher to produce supersized returns. Like you said, 2009 marked the worst performance for Berkshire stock against the S&P in more than a decade. During 2009, the S&P was up 23%, but Berkshire stock up only 2.7%. So big difference in performance there. And these lower returns might be something that investors should start getting used to. In fact, Warren Buffett actually told Charlie Rose in a recent interview that reasonable return is good enough. He said that 50 years ago he was looking for spectacular returns, but now he just can't get them.
And part of this has to do with size, is that right?
No, that's absolutely right. So as Berkshire starts to expand, it's getting much tougher to replicate the success of some of his early deals like PetroChina or Capital Cities ABC, for example. And to give you a sense of how much Berkshire has grown over time, when you look at annual profits in 1999, $1.6 billion. Let's fast forward to 2007, which was actually a record year for the company, $13.2 billion. And even when you look ahead to 2009, yes, there have been some decline in profits, but analysts say that they could still come in at $7.6 billion. So that's an increase of size of over 5 times. And of course, bigger size makes it much tougher to replicate those big returns. And one other thing I want to point out is that analysts say that Berkshire's portfolio now is much more exposed to the economy than it ever has been before. So for example, let's look at Burlington Northern, its most recent deal. Buffett's been very public about saying that's an all-in wager on the U.S. economy. Clayton Homes is another one. They manufacture homes, clearly very correlated to the housing market. NetJets, it's a private luxury jet timeshare business. Obviously, again, very exposed to those economic swings. So some things to keep in mind as we head into the new year for Berkshire shareholders.
All right, so Berkshire not being as nimble as it was in the past has certainly affected its performance.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you so much. Sheila Dharmarajan on Warren Buffett.